One man arrested for public display of affection. One man found hanged. Strange weather occurrences and fashion don'ts.
Thank you for tuning in to NBC News for all your live and breaking news around the Holy Land.
Thanks for joining us today on NBC News. I'm Nathan McKivitz.
And I'm Kate Hunter.
In our top news, Jesus of Nazareth was arrested last night for accepting a kiss on the cheek from one of his followers. The Sadducees' slaves and Roman guards escorted him to what appears to have been a secret trial. Many strange events appear to have been transpired from this one public display of affection, and a few claiming they are due to Jesus being the Son of God. More on this later.
In other news, one man was accused of cutting off the ear of one of the Sadducees' slaves. All charges were dropped after his ear was reattached by what some would call a miracle. More on that, let's go to the scene.
Thanks, Kate. I had a chance to speak with a slave who claimed to have his ear cut off, and this is what he had to say.
It was really strange. One minute I'm arresting a guy, and then I'm getting attacked by a crazy guy with a sword. He cuts my ear off. Next thing I know, the guy we were arresting tells the crazy guy to stop. Then he touches my head and my ear is back on me. Just like that. It was like magic or a miracle even. I was about to press charges, but everyone got distracted when the other guy we caught ran off naked. This was really a weird night.
We tried to interview the man accused of cutting off this man's ear earlier this morning, but he refused an interview 3 times. With continuing coverage, here I am on NBC News. I'm breathing.
Thanks. We'll continue to cover this story and keep you up to date on any future developments. Now we move to other wardrobe malfunctions with fashion.
Thanks. Emily Fishman here. Today, the high priest was seen with a torn robe. This is a very disgraceful look for him. Also, after a strange earthquake, it was reported that the massive curtains shrouding the Holy of Holies was torn from top to bottom. This will be a very expensive piece to replace. For more fashion don'ts, tune in to Fashionly Weekly tonight.
With more on the earthquake and other strange events, we go to the weather with Dominic Byrne.
Thanks, Nathan. Today we had some rather strange events that we are still looking into for a reasonable explanation. This Passover's Eve was strange in many ways. For starters, we had what appears to be an eclipse today that lasted for an extraordinary 3 hours, much longer than any other eclipse we can account for. This is strange since the Passover occurs on a full moon and eclipses happen on a new moon. This darkness was almost immediately followed by a major earthquake that caused structural and internal damage to the temples and many tombs in the area. Some are claiming these events were caused by the crucifixions that happened today, but we have no evidence to back this up. So our forecast today for the day was sunny at 84. We hit 84, but the sun was blocked out, so this will be a miss for the day. We'll try to have a more accurate forecast for tomorrow. Back to you at the news desk.
Thanks, Dominic. Today was strange all over the place. In other news, a man was found hanged outside of the city. Judas Iscariot was found hanging in a tree, and it appears that he may have hung himself there. He was last seen throwing coins into the temple, claiming that he had made a mistake and he was sorry for what he had done. He left the city clearly distraught, and officials are not suspecting foul play. At this point, no memorial service is planned. Now, with more on the trial of Jesus, we go to Kelly.
Thanks, I'm Kelly Decker. After what appears to have been a secret trial overnight, Jesus was taken to Pontius Pilate for what seems to have been an unfair execution. Pilate was not interested in taking on the responsibility of his execution, so he tried to pass off the trial to Herod, but he passed the buck back to Pilate. This morning, he tried to release Jesus, but the crowd requested to have Barabbas released. Instead, Pilate said he would have no part in the execution, so he sentenced him to being beaten and crucified, and then washed his hands of it, literally. Jesus was then beaten and made to carry his cross to the skull. It was nailed to his body and died there. Some are claiming that he said this would happen, but they did not believe him until now. They are now filled with grief, but others are very happy with smooth turn of events. We will have more on this story at a later date. From Temple, I'm Kelly Decker, NBC News.
Thanks for continuing coverage on this and all of the other stories we covered today. Please continue to tune into NBC News. For Kate Hunter, I'm Nathan McKivitz. We'll be back after the Sabbath. Until then, don't do dumb.